it's time to slow it down just a little bit. Sorry I was all over the place as usual there, but you remember that Rihanna track? Back when it was hot.
Nope.
You don't remember that track?
Nope.
Nah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name's DJ MK. That's Nick EP. Razor.
What's happening, bro?
Because Justin couldn't be here.
F.O.R.M.U.L.A.
Side Pro. And the man of the hour, Blac.
What's up? What's up?
What up, man? How you doing?
Life is good, man. I'm alive, man, and it's raining in California, and I'm still alive. So people act like they're gonna die if it's raining in Cali. So, you know
people don't know how to drive when it gets a little wet, man. It's so annoying, you know. But for me, it's kind of like once it starts raining, get the fuck out of my way. I love driving in the rain. I turn traction control off, ABS, take the power fuse out of there.
Gas.
Yeah.
I love that shit, honestly, seriously. But you know, that's a disclaimer. Be safe out there.
Yeah,
Don't be doing that crazy shit. But yeah,
Don't
man.
be like him.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that happened this week that we want to get into. I really want to speak on the whole Cassidy disaster little thing that happened last Saturday. I was catching up on that today, and I was just like, what? You know? But, you know, we'll tie all that stuff in. You, sir, I've been listening to your music this whole week, and we were bumping some on the way over here.
Jokes.
You know, but I do hear that there's some tracks or an album that's coming out soon. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir, man. We got the Chaos and Order album coming out, man. I'm releasing it next Thursday at Universal Bar and Grill, and it's a double disc album, man. 10 joints on each CD. I've been working at it for about like the last year and a half, so I'm excited about it. So thanks for asking about it.
Damn.
Yeah.
2 discs.
2 discs.
Yeah,
man. I've never heard that.
You feel me?
I've never heard of that.
And you know what? I had a cat who was thinking about going into the management direction. He was like, "You sure you want to put out like a 2-disc double CD or whatnot?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's something that's rarely done on the underground scene, man. Like, you know, a lot of times we forget to like cater to ourselves. We always want to keep it nice and short for the people." But it's like sometimes, man, you got so much more to say. Just go ahead and do what feels best for you.
Yeah,
you know?
but that's tricky though, because I mean we talk about it often where it's like the attention span of people is so quick. You know, it's kind of like, let me hear your single.
Right.
Nah, I ain't fucking with you.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and to put out that much content.
Yeah.
That quick. You know, I mean it is part of one collective thing.
Right.
But you know, you have people I commented on it with your boy actually last week, King.
Yeah, King. Shout out
I forgot who dropped. Rick Ross dropped 2 like albums back to back.
Yeah.
Like,
Mastermind and Hood Billionaire.
Yeah, it's like damn, I was just listening to the other one.
Want to get a chance to soak it in.
But I think that's kind of like the way that the industry's going now, where it's like so quick. You know.
Well, another thing, I agree with you, man. It's like nowadays in the mainstream, I noticed like Rihanna, for example. I remember one year she put out 2 albums in 1 year. Same thing. It's kind of like, damn, it's overload. But you know, my perspective on this whole thing was like the first single that I released with Destruct, man, was back in like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Destruct.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And so the video's been floating out there for like a year and a half. Like the singles and songs has been out. So you can get familiar with it. So it gets to the point where the anticipation builds, where it's like, okay, just give us a fucking album already. You know what I'm saying? You know, so now you have out of the 20 songs, everybody, you know, you've already heard 7 of them. So if you do the subtraction, you got 13 tracks. It's kind of a 13-track album in a weird way that you haven't heard. You get what I'm saying? So,
I honestly like that idea because it's not done.
My question is
not done though.
Why not put all 20 on one CD?
Because 2 makes it better, yo.
Maybe there's some logic behind it.
No,
maybe.
hey, yo, that's true, man. Like I was sitting up for a long time, man. It started out with like 40 tracks, and I knocked out all the tracks that I didn't want. I was like, dude, I got about 18 tracks left, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and make it a double disc CD because I noticed a lot of the songs has either 1 or 2 fills. Okay. And on the first CD, Chaos, it's like more up tempo. It's like a lot more raw tracks. The energy is like it's real high. Yeah. And then on the second CD, Order, is, you know, it's kind of like the opposite. It kind of got like the more sentimental, conscious stuff. So when Destruct, I said to the Destruct, you know, he specializes in actually flowing albums and putting albums together. So I said all the songs of Destruct, and he put a nice little order together. But I was like, you know what? If we split this up and you give it 2 CDs, then I feel like the cats who want to be in that, like the raw mood, they'll be able to flow 1 through 10 all the way through. Cats who are some more chill stuff.
So they're both kind of different.
Yeah, they have different.
See,
feels,
it was a good question.
Yeah, great question. Yeah,
That's dope. Because
I didn't say it was a bad one.
No, that's dope because it's like a legit body of work. Like
Exactly.
it's something that, you know, like you say yourself, the underground scene hasn't really seen too much of.
Right.
And you haven't. The underground scene honestly hasn't seen too much of an artist willing to put that much of themselves out there like that. So salute to you for that, man.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, I don't feel like you can really call yourself an artist unless you like. I've heard some of your songs where you put like some like, yo, like, you know, I was homeless. Like you'll touch on stuff that, you know, you're most invulnerable. I mean, you're most probably like insecure topics.
Yeah.
If you can touch on some of that stuff, I think like the fan really appreciates that more.
Look, before we get into that, because I really want to talk to you about that stuff, I want to play this track of yours.
Okay.
All right, I got sent all you know, these 4 tracks. We're gonna bump 3 of them.
Okay.
And I saw the videos.
All right.
All right, and the first 2 videos, you know, it's kind of like the same stuff you always see, but that third one though, that one's dope.
Okay.
And I like the song, like that's my jam right now.
All right.
Okay, but we're gonna play this one. This one's called "The Blinking of an Eye," featuring Nadira Kimberly.
Yeah, the violinist. Yeah. All right.
You know, and this song was dope. At the end of that, I was kind of like, oh, what? Some Twister Kanye West with the violin. You know, Workout Blac. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
You know, but check it out. We're gonna get into this one right here. You listen to Syndicate Radio. That's Blac, and this is "The Blinking Eye" featuring Nadira Kimberly.
You
can't read.
That's right.
Here we
Can't
go.
read.
Listen as the glass breaks. I'm quick to diss and say they ass fake. But I finished in the last place. Thought I was running shit, but I guess I had a bad pace. I wasn't meant to be a track star. I rap bars and talk about all these black scars. I'm at large like I ain't answering that call. Life is a bitch and I seen her with the mask off. So my hope is gone. Something asking me why the hell are you holding on? Got me questioning what's going on. I even plotted to kill my sister on the night that I wrote this song. And yeah, I know I'm wrong, and it's scandalous, I know. But television teach me violence to handle my problems. I seen nightmares until a nigga scream, and I think I seen the devil in my television screen. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, the louder they talk, the softer they are. Be ready to chill, be ready to ride, cause everything can change in the blink of an eye. Be ready to smile, be ready to cry, be ready to fail, be ready to fly, be ready for life, be ready to die, cause everything can change in the blink of an eye. Listen, I developed a love for the stress. Besides that, in life it feel like nothing is left. When I sleep at night, it's something that's clutching my neck. Feel like it's something standing over me and it's sucking my breath. What the fuck is life? We supposed to struggle for checks while we all forced to live in the governor's mess. Instead of being ruled by money, power, seduction, and sex, I'd rather play a game of Russian roulette. I become emo people, it's something I can't deal with. Say they love pop, but they run away for some real shit. Drop knowledge and they call it lecturing instead. Then I finally realized that they respect you when you're dead. I had to catch myself. Music is therapeutic, but I need some extra help. I'm really going through it. What do you suggest would help? Don't tell me nothing stupid. Well, I guess it's just myself. Then again, I always knew it. The harder they fall, the louder they talk, the softer they are. Be ready to chill, be ready to ride, cause everything can change in the blink of an eye. Be ready to smile, be ready to cry, be ready to fail, be ready to fly, be ready for life, be ready to die, cause everything can change in the blink of an eye. Listen, you think that you fly, but everything can change in the blink of an eye. And you think that you high, but everything can change in the blink of an eye. Like when you drink and you drive, everything can change in the blink of an eye. Reach for the sky, seek for your God, cause everything can change in the blink of an eye. ride, cause everything can change in the blink of an eye. Be ready to smile, be ready to cry, be ready to fail, be ready to fly, be ready for life, be ready to die, cause everything can change in the blink of an eye.
That girl can play some violin right there.
Yeah, she's dope. She's dope as hell.
How'd you link up with her?
You know what? Actually, I went out to see my old engineer, man. He was performing. He's in a funk band. And he,
what?
he had, I like all types of music. And he had an act go up before them, and she was in the act. I ended up meeting her, man, and we just stayed linked in from there. And I was like, you know what? We should do a track together. I'll make a beat. And I'll give some space, and you'll just have like the third verse where you get to play off a little bit, and that's how we got together.
I really like that track. I actually messed up. I was supposed to play that one last, but that's the video that was dope. And on the video, it seemed like, honestly, much respect. It's not really dissing or anything. It's just we see a lot of the same videos where it's like you're shooting. Just in LA,
right.
LA landmark,
exactly, and then it's just like seen that shit. Yeah. And for producers out there, video producers and all that stuff, I want to see something different. I want to see like back, like P Diddy Mace, where it's like a white room and a car, and they're just doing it. That's what I want to see.
Right, something different.
Something different. But
so what stood out to you about this one?
This one because it was clean. Because the other one, I didn't like the lighting in it.
Which one? The Invitation? I'm thinking?
Invitation,
okay.
It seemed like there was an actual production team.
Uh-huh.
Like there was multiple angles, more cameras. There was movement through the whole thing. Like I enjoyed watching it, and it was laid out pretty nice. So all of that. The other ones was kind of, just single shot, kind of, what we're just doing. They were still dope. Right. I like the next one we're going to get into. Everybody was throwing up the W's. In Venice Beach, the West Coast.
Okay, yeah. So that's what you mean by like kind of we seen it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, shout out to Ness for that. Ness is the one who did the Blink of an Eye video, and I just worked with him this past Sunday for the Music and Strength track. So shout out to Ness, and I appreciate the real feedback, man. I like that.
Yeah. It's because we're putting all this together. Right. We'll put this on YouTube. And it's kind of like. We actually rate the videos. We sit there and like, this one's all right. This one's all right. This one's cool.
I love that. We need that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only going to inspire more.
And your lyrics.
Most artists nowadays, they just get butthurt off of the simplest, slightest criticism, man.
We need that.
And it's kind of like you're putting your music out there for that purpose, which brings me to what me and Razor were talking about on the way over here. It's kind of like, what's the point? What's the purpose? Right. If you just want to put your music out there and be vulnerable as an artist, that's fine. All you want to do is do music and just put it out there. People listen to it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, cool. And then there's the other side. I want to make money. And then there's one third one where you kind of fuse both of them, where it's like, well, I want to make money, but I want to make my art too.
There you go.
Whichever way you want to go, that's fine. Right. And if you find other avenues within the way, that's cool. More power to you. But it's kind of like, like me and Gerald were saying, you can't bitch about one without having the other one, and you got to stay in your lane.
Right.
And that doesn't mean, what you do is West Coast, you got to do West. No, that's not what we're talking about.
Don't
we're
be
talking about
about it. Man.
Exactly. If you're talking about strip clubs, popping champagne, you better be doing that shit
right
on the weekend.
Right. We're gonna hold you to it.
Exactly.
And people always talk about real hip hop. What's real hip hop? What's not?
And you have a track with Max Star, right?
Right.
On that real hip hop.
Right. And my thing is, it's more so to me, man. Like I grew up under the Music and Strength thing. I started learning about it like in 2000 and something, like early 2000. I started really getting into what hip hop really was. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it's just being yourself. And if you are in the strip clubs, you can be a fucking hip hop. My bad, forget it, cuz you can be a hip hop cat. You can be a hip hop artist in a strip club. You know what I'm saying? It's about the way you approach it. I'm sure if Razor was to do a track in a strip club, he gonna be not just shake your booty. He gonna be like, I love your little dimples down to the little pimples that you get once a month.
And that's what we were talking about too.
You can go into detail and break down stripping in a whole different light.
Yep. Exactly, but this track we just played, again, I played them backwards. I wanted to say that one for last because I really like that one, sure. And I can hear a lot of, I'm a musician first, and what I like to hear in people in MCs, rappers, whatever you guys want to call yourselves, is flow. You know, and with flow, I mean dynamics, change of voice, pitch. Sell it to me.
I see.
You know, don't just give me I'm hard in the morning, I'm banging on breakfast. Stop that shit.
Thug ass.
Stop that shit. You know, like I want to come up to you and feel like I got to know you through your music.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And with that track, I was like, that one's dope.
I appreciate
you know,
that.
Honestly, all your tracks. But before we get into the next one, me and Joe, we're having a laugh. Man. Okay, on your SoundCloud, you have one called "Get Your Kids."
Get your kids.
Oh
bro.
my God!
That
if you
shit
guys
had me
have not
dying,
heard
bro.
this song, you guys, we're gonna play it at the end in the credits. All right,
Oh,
you put that in the
please.
credits, all right, Paul?
Please.
That song had me rolling, yo.
That shit was just,
Based off a true story.
oh yeah, I know it was. It
had to be though.
It
had to be.
It was too much
I was just
conviction when
like-
you was spitting that, bro.
Like, you know, I was like, all right, I heard this beat, you know, because you did it off of
The Tooted and Booted
Tooted and
YG.
Booted beat, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I heard this one beats hard, you know. But it was it part of a mixtape or something like that?
Yeah, that
or-
was off the Blac tape, so I'm gonna be doing another one next year. I was just talking to Razor
That
that
shit was genius though, man.
good
Like
looks,
the word
man.
on play, you know, the hook, everything was just on point. You guys will check it out.
Bro,
So-
we
I'm
found
a
the baby
fan of
sample.
comedic
Did you hear the
rappers.
baby
Yeah.
sample in the back?
no, but the part that had me was like it sounded like
Bro, I'm such a huge fan of comedic, like
Exactly.
rappers who take the comedic
Exactly.
route, like we were just talking about earlier, bro. Like,
and it shows that you don't take yourself too serious.
exactly,
You know,
man.
and the contrast between the track we just played
Uh-huh.
to that one, I like because it's like, well, you know, comedic
Different
lyricism,
sides, right?
and this is real.
Right,
Like you
right.
could hear, you know, what you're saying.
I appreciate it.
You know, so it's dope.
You got to show your difference. I mean, we don't wake up, like you said, we don't wake up hard 24 hours of the
Man,
day,
we really don't.
every day of the week. Sometimes we wake up feel silly. Sometimes we feel serious. You know, sometimes we want to talk about females. And, you know what I'm saying? We have these different parts of our personalities. Why not transform to the music? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know, I really like that one. But this one, this West Coast one, what was the thought behind that one? Just rep your city kind of thing?
You know what? Like you said, man, we've heard it before, but this one was different for me, man. I challenged myself. I actually, about a year ago, I posted on Facebook to everybody. I said, name all the things that you like about the West Coast. Got about 40, 50 comments. Then I said, name all the things that you don't like. Right, there you go. And so I took everything and I told everybody, this is going to be a West Coast people song. So the things that you guys give me, I'm going to write about. And so that's why I went over like 60 different things.
And when you
that's
started
one
naming
song.
things, taxes, this and that, I was like, oh, okay.
I wanted to I pretty much covered everything that everybody put on those posts. And I was like, this is your song. This is your West Coast anthem.
And you had everybody
Song
up in there
for the
throwing
people,
up the
man.
W, man. Everybody, even
Song
that
for the
hot
people.
girl. Who was that?
I don't remember which one.
Which
Good in a bathing suit.
Oh.
Now he licked his lips.
Hey, well,
Got him.
hey, so we being real and all. That's actually my first son's mother actually.
Baby mama!
So
I knew it!
you know, I mean,
No disrespect,
you know-
but she looked good.
Well,
Got
no, it's
him.
all good. It's
Hey,
all
kudos
good.
for that one.
No, we gotta we gotta keep it real, right? So yeah, I was just like, yo, you know what? I know you do a little bit of bikini modeling and stuff, so you want to come through and do this?
That was a good look.
With it.
He
So,
reeled
yeah,
that
she
in.
looked out. Yeah.
That was a good look right there.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be blessed with the views of that. Right now, we're going to get into this one. This one is the West or West Coast. You can see everybody throwing up the W's, going through, what was that, like Venice?
We did Venice, downtown
all
skyscraper.
over the
We
place.
took a helicopter ride on that as well.
I was
the
going to
air
ask you
shots.
about that.
Yeah,
that was an
man.
actual helicopter?
That was an actual helicopter.
Wow.
I paid for a helicopter for. I tried to. Though
I
it
wish
was
I had money
something
like that.
similar, you know what I'm saying? I wish I had money like that too, man. I wish I still had money like that.
Well, we're going to get into this one, and then we'll talk about it
Tax
after.
season,
Yeah?
tax season.
Here we go.
Yo, yeah. Gotta give a shout out to all my people on the West Coast. It's your boy Blac. Such a beautiful day. Check it out, homie. I'm trying to tell you about the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. Check it out, we got pimps, thugs, crips, bloods, bars, clubs, G's, scrubs. Now if you're from the West Coast, throw up the dubs. If you love the West Coast, throw up the dubs. Food, women, weather, culture, Georgia. Man, they gonna be your West Coast star. Man, they gonna be your West Coast. Check it, listen. Let me tell you about the Golden State, Golden Town, Golden Child, hold it down, flow it now, chillin', smoking hookah at the social lounge. Yeah, I gotta work, but I'm posted with my folk for now. Smoke screen Sunday, come and get to know the crowd. Wing stop, in and out, these knots, say your mouth less. Santa Monica Beach, we got finished now. West Coast, West Coast, check it. Model chicks looking skinny in bikinis. I gotta act friendly with the weenie. If the scenery is windy, you can see me in a beanie. You gotta let her shimmer though. Last one was hella hot. Recognize the melting pot. Probably responsible for the dimes you see. And plus you can't forget about the winery. West Coast, West. Check it out, listen. Homie, you come to a show and you gon' know why they call me lethal. With the mic or something like puberty, your body people. Shout out to alumni, Pores 1, D-Struck, Percy P, R.A., M&S, we up. West Coast hip hop will never be the same. I'm all about my chatty, that's a rebel to the grain. West Coast, hey, shout out to my nigga Cam. West Coast, check it out. I say you trying to figure out what's happening to your girl. Don't you know that we the porno capital of the world? The third longest state in America. I can't wait to do a road trip just to see the different landscapes. Palm Springs Mountains, Catalina, Tahoe. I'm in North Hollywood, it gotta be the tacos. West Coast. Yo, now if you ask me about the West Coast and everything that's wrong with it, I'ma say gas, taxes, homelessness, stuck up women and the shit that they say. And the cost of living compared to the minimum wage. Everybody is a model, everybody is a rapper. Land of the earthquake where the crooked cops blast. West Coast, and they ask questions after. West Coast, check it. Yo, we got promoters pushing pre-sales. Fuck it, I don't wanna rock. Never understood clubs closing down at 1 o'clock. Smalls, pollution, pigeons, traffic. These are some of the things that make me get mad quick. Liquor stores, people getting sick because triple whores. Gangsters on the corner, I'm like, what the fuck you tripping for? Yo, it's all love, homie. Check it out, But then again, we got pimps, thugs, crips, bloods, bars, clubs, G's, scrubs. If it for the West Coast, throw up your dubs. And if it love the West Coast, throw up your dubs. Food, women, weather, culture, doja. Man, it good to be a West Coaster. Man, it good to be a West Coaster. Yeah, blackout.
Yeah, there you go. So that's we were just talking off air right now about that video.
Real quick. That was produced by King, by the way. Y'all just had
it
him
was
up here.
hell yeah,
King produced
man.
that track right
King,
there.
yo, honestly, producing game.
Yeah, he's nuts, huh?
Oh my god,
nasty.
Just with the first track, he impressed me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because last show, I don't know what the fuck we were doing, but we really didn't do. Or no, that was my fault. You can hear it on tape. I didn't do any research on him or anything. So I told him, like, look, you come in here to impress me straight off the gate.
Right.
And I'm like, so I'm going to play this track. I haven't even heard it. I was like, shit.
Nuts, huh?
Nuts.
Yeah.
You know, I really liked the stuff, and he was dope, and he actually had a show afterwards. I heard that you had a show, and I want to thank you for actually coming out. You know, I know you're feeling a bit under the weather.
Yeah.
But you know,
we do this.
I appreciate you for coming out. But yeah, man, King did his thing, you know, and very knowledgeable, and you know, he wasn't dropping N-bombs here and there. He was just straight to the point, real fun, real dope interview.
Right,
you know, just like this one's turning out. That's, you know, but speak on this video, man, because you were saying some stuff here.
Well, I'm a you know, it's Syndicate Radio, man, so we got to keep it real, man.
100.
The video took a damn year to come out, man.
What the fuck? Hey, Paul, if you ever do this shit to me, if you take a fucking year to drop any of my videos, dude,
I'm coming at your throat, son.
It was horrible, man. It was we were supposed to do 2 days of shooting, so that video was actually 1 day of shooting. Technically, we had to reschedule because we had to we did the rooftop scene another day, but that was all supposed to be done in 1 day. They were supposed to do a second day where we went around getting B-roll of actual L.A. and a lowrider and all that, man. But
6'4"?
Yeah, 6'4", man. And but the director kind of dropped the ball a little bit on me, man. And I waited a long. Y'all, you remember when I had the red chin hair, right?
Bro, you were chubbier than me.
That one.
Bro, hey, you don't get it. Blac was chubbier than me when it was going down, bro.
Way more. Man. By the time the video came out, people were like, "Are you sure that's you? You look a little meatier."
Hold on, bro. What you messing with now, man?
Yeah, man. Nah, none of that.
I feel
but yeah, that's what you would think, man. So yeah, man. But it's done now, man. So
and just so
lesson learned.
All right, nowadays I think you have to be very versatile. Not just as an artist, producer, whatever you're doing. You have to, not just, this is what I do. You have to do a whole bunch of things. Right. But at the same time, you're not signed to a label. You're not into no independent nothing. You have to handle all of this on your own. How difficult is it to actually find a production team that you fuck with 100%? Because it seems like you've jumped around.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Nocturnal and Big Lyric. I mess with them the heaviest right now on the scene.
Okay.
My man Ness. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You gotta, trials and tribulations. But it's all taken into consideration. Will I be hitting this guy back up for another video? Nah. You know what I'm saying? It's because I'm all about professionalism. I'm gonna show up on time. I'm gonna do my shit.
Yeah, I feel that. But okay, with these videos, for you. We're talking about you. The first two, West Coast, and then the other song that I'm gonna get into again. Didn't really inspire me to feel any kind of way. The video, the music, yes. I love your music. Okay, it's believable, it's credible. I like it.
Appreciate it.
All right, but the video is kind of like shit. I don't know. Nah, I could have done something else with my 3 minutes. But but it's just a bit. That's what we do, But it's kind of like you at being professional and everything. How do you decide? All right, this is not to my standards, but I still paid for it. I still put it out there. Is that kind of a thing, or is it just kind of like fuck it, just let it rip?
You know what? I try to study. I try to study first. And I got to stand and I completely respect your opinion. I got to stand behind the invitation. To me, that's my favorite video. Now, from a professional
hold on, which was the invitation?
With the red and the fire and all that. But see, I'm a pyromaniac though.
Okay.
So
with the fire in the eyes and shit. Yeah.
So
I noticed that. I was like,
but you know what? Absolutely. I mean, shout out to Carlos for shooting that. Carlos Lopez. I liked it. And this is, I write all my video treatments out. It's usually me behind all my video treatments. But one of my director homies called me up. I did a short film, and he called me. He was like, you know what? I seen the invitation. I liked the song, but I wasn't feeling the video. And I was like, okay, I'll give anybody, respect. Give me the reasons. And he told me, he said, it's flat. There's no depth behind a lot of the shots. You're flat against walls. It looked like it was just randomly.
No space.
Yeah.
No space.
And so he called me out, and I was like, damn, you're right. Okay. I appreciate that. Yeah. And it's something and so, that depth of field, man, line of sight. Like, I want to get into that later on in the, future. So I take that into consideration. So, yeah. I just kind of, so back to the question overall, man, I try to study up, and if I like their works, then I'll roll with it. And kind of like you said, man, I'm more into the music. The visual is just a little treat for the people who have to listen with their eyes.
Yeah, but like I said, nowadays you kind of have to. Like it's really changed. Like before, I remember, we always say, back in the golden era, it was kind of like if your music, if you put out, if you gave your single to a label, and the label pushed your single and got radio play, which by the way took months back then. It took like 8 months for a song to be played on radio. And once you got on radio, then you collect what, like 3 cents off a royalty every time it spins.
Right.
But it would give it that momentum. It would get that traction. Then you would hear it in the clubs, and boom, you to the next level. Here you go. We have awarded you a video, an opportunity to shoot a video. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I feel like it's like, I got this video concept in my head. Let me write a song for it. You feel what it's like? It's like, no, slow down.
It's the other way around.
Yeah.
But what Justin and I were talking about last week was people and their video game now. Like, it's just whack. People like Missy Elliott, Eminem, like when they used to put out a video, we would look forward for these videos. The creativeness behind it, they'd be doing some crazy stuff.
But it was also the networks. The networks, I mean, back when MTV was about music videos, not reality.
Long ago.
Like now they have MTV2, which is kind of like, I don't even have that channel, yo.
Right, and you gotta wait till like 3 in the morning to see it.
Exactly.
But even then, all these people, they're like, I'm not gonna name this person, but they'll be putting out videos and stuff, and it's like, okay, the song's all right. The video would have made it 20, 30 times better.
Okay.
But it was just like,
yes,
these videos
exactly.
just suck now.
Okay, but you got to think of everything, the bigger picture as a whole. Nowadays, we're taking video. Why? Because these cameras are cheaper. These
You
cameras
can still get creative with it.
they're
though.
still expensive as shit.
You
Okay,
still
don't
got
get me
people
wrong.
like Paul
no.
that can make a video
Hold up,
amazing.
man. I ain't fucking done yet.
Love you, Paul.
Okay.
Love you, Paul.
They're taking video right now, multiple angles. People don't understand all the business that go through, you know, what they're doing and shit. He's actually in front of the camera. But, you know, I think Cameron was talking about it. He was, remember Cameron?
Yeah.
You know, Dipset?
Yep.
He was heavy into the production and all kinds of stuff back then. And it was like, back then, you had to drop $500,000
Right.
to get a music video. Where now, you just go on YouTube, find somebody that can hold a camera and say, hey, come here.
Yeah.
So then it before you had to plan your video very, very well. You had to, you know, actually draw out storyboards and get studio time and do all of this shit. Now it's kind of like, hey, just pick up your camera. We're gonna go to LA and just, you know,
People
shoot
are
this.
just now more concerned with putting out the music, like we were talking about earlier.
Boom,
But
boom,
it's just
boom,
like,
boom.
It just sucks.
Take your
now.
time. Take your time.
Yeah.
You know, and I heard you actually say something off air too, that because you're putting out these 2 CDs, you know, this 2 CD album,
Yeah.
now you get to chill and work on your next thing, because you already put out so much, you get to chill. I like that.
Right.
You know, I feel like a lot of people is I just put this, I'm gonna work on the next one, put it out next week. Like, fuck, slow down.
Yeah. No, I definitely want to take some time off, man. Like the first 3 months of the year, I'm gonna chill out. But that's not gonna mean that I'm not gonna be writing. I'm gonna still be writing. I got like 3 projects that I'm gonna end up trying to get completed by next year. But I won't be in a rush to release them. You know what I'm saying? But back to the video thing, man. But I know you was probably segueing going to the next thing. You know what? I think it's an interesting concept actually. To really like coin what you're gonna do. I have a song on an album called Level 11, and I sat back and I wrote the whole video out. I write all the videos myself most of the time. And yeah, you're absolutely right, man. I think it's important. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna challenge you guys, or I want you guys to challenge me. Next time I come back, I'm gonna try to hit you guys with a stack of videos that are so out the box, or so different, out of the usual. For that's what I am. That's what I'm about.
Already
you know
setting
what
an
I'm saying?
assignment
So
for myself.
you feel me? So I love the challenges, man. And you know, when you do this, man, you've been around the scene for so long, man. You know what it is. You've been around. You got yes men who's like, yo, it's dope. It's dope.
Exactly.
It's dope.
Yeah.
No,
Writers.
Nah, like, yo, give me something different. Give me something different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I like that. So next time I come in, hold me to that. I'm gonna bring you something that's real. Like, I'm gonna be like, okay, tell me what you think about this.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I appreciate it. I appreciate the realness of just being, all right, criticize me. Go for it.
Yeah,
you know,
I
like
love
that
it.
one. All right, man. Well, so we got this next track, The Invitation.
Yeah.
What's this one about? What you getting invited to?
That was the invitation to what I'm about to currently embark on, man. And that was this double disc album, man. It's more like if you riding with me or not, because this is completely me. And that's what this whole project was about. It was about being me to the fullest. And so here's your invitation. And that's why this was the official first solo single off the Chaos and Order album.
Dope. Well, here we go. We're going to get into it. You're listening here to Syndicate Radio, The Invitation, Blac. Here we go.
Check it out, Steve's on the beat, so you know I got a record. Jimenez, we the best, that's who I rap with. Nigga, check it, record by the milliseconds for the record. Y'all said y'all want that raw shit, come on. Want that chaos shit, come on. Tired of that soft shit, come on. Tired of that bullshit, come on. Say, come on, come on, come on. 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 Check it out, I flip the rap up at the underground, but I'm a different cat. I hear niggas talking this and that, but like nappy hair, but tell that bitch relax. Speaking of which, you better get your visage, cause you got my magic stick, no visage. Real to the core, nigga, ain't no visage. I put it on mine, and I put it on visage. Gotta rap for my team, and I gotta rap that with side. This is the invitation, tell me if you ready or not. If you focus on me, you can see the flame in my eyes. Put it down for my sons, and you know I gotta rep for my squad. And my niggas locked up behind bars because you said you want that ill shit, come on. You You need that real shit, come on. Shit that'll make it wanna kill shit, come on. So if you feel this, come on. Hey yo, B545, he's like no one. Where they get a beat from Steez, I go dumb. It's about to be a war, please buy more gun. People like, hey, Black, he bite your tongue. Not impressed with these bastards, I hear the way that they flow.
Real music left radio over a decade ago.
Fuck you and your CEO, your favorite TV show. Since I ain't fucking with you, you thought you would not see me glow. Idiot, I've been around the block, no city cop. I bet a nigga got hot when my CD dropped. Because they know my shit bought like TV shots. It's like, gotta rap for my team, and I gotta rap that with side. This is the invitation, tell me if you're ready or not. If you focus on me, you can see the flame in my eyes. I'm ready to ride. Black he holler at me, is it acne? Cause the motherfucker know that my shit pump. Now she get a backseat after nasty, and she telling me that she really want that black shit, come on. Need that raw rap shit, come on. Spit that'll make a nigga snap quick, come on. Punchlines make a nigga backflip, come on. Hey, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Take it out, listen, it's the outro. Got show, whole thing grilling, no gaucho. I got the baby moms on the couch, though, no boxer. Southpaw, can't say it got $7. Let it be right and I'm out, dog. My team, and I gotta rap that with side. This is the invitation, tell me if you're ready or not. If you focus on me, you can see the flame in my eyes. I'm ready to ride. Gotta rap for my team, and I gotta rap that with side. This is the invitation, tell me if you're ready or not. If you focus on me, you can see the flame in my eyes. I'm ready to ride.
Yeah, the invitation right there. I like that one. I like that beat on that one. It's very deep, very mysterious. You got those keys in the back, the synths.
That's Steve's Bang on the beat right there, man, from Pasadena. Shout out to him.
Hell yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot.
That was probably one of the first beats I paid for, actually.
Oh, that's dope.
I've never really paid for, but he had that. He was like, nah, man, I can't. I was like, how much do you want for that beat then? I don't usually pay for beats. I get spoiled sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, but
Justin would hate you.
I need that. I know, right? But I was like, I need that track, man. I'll pay for it. So shout out to Steve's, man. He showed me love on the price too. So
and about paying for tracks and stuff like that. I know a lot of people actually. It's not just you get spoiled like that, where it's like
Me?
Yeah,
Man.
producers they just have so many tracks that it's kind of like, man, I'm over this one here. You can have it. You can have it.
Right.
But I feel like it's the same kind of thing where you pay what you get for.
That's true, and
You
that's
know?
why I had to pay. For
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
You're absolutely right,
Exactly.
man.
So it's like if I'm gonna drop some money on you, you need to give me some exclusive shit, something you working right now, not
Right.
something that you did 2 years ago.
right.
You know,
right.
and for the artists who do pay for this shit, I notice it
right.
off the top. You notice it, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a big gap.
It's no fuckery on the lyrics. He ain't playing around like he's going in hard. He's taking appreciation for the track
You know,
he paid for.
and something that we were talking about off air was, you know, the balance between the beat, you know, and the lyrics that are being said. You know, I've always felt that there has to be a nice contrast between it, where it's like, if your lyrics are not on point, if you're just doing some Nicki Minaj shit where you're just saying shit that rhymes with Anaconda,
2 Chainz.
you know, some of that shit too. It's kind of like, give me a doper beat, give me some ratchet shit.
Right. So I can have this drink, turn up in the club, and not have to pay attention to the shit you talking about.
Exactly.
Right.
And which comes back to what I said in the beginning.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
Right.
Are you making music for the pureness of the art, or are you just trying to get a hit single out there?
There you go.
You know?
Right.
That's the difference.
Right.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. But you can't give me some shit that I'm, you know, gonna turn up, as the kids say, and then try to give me some lyric shit and be like, oh no, fuck this, fuck that. No.
Let the government go to church.
Yeah, no. Come on. Keep it real. But you, like we said, you're gonna drop this new album
Okay, I know to go.
in what?
A week.
in a week.
Yeah, on Thursday.
And what's going on over there at Universal Bar and Grill?
Universal Bar and Grill. I booked. Let me see, man. I got the flyer right here. I got I don't even got to look at the flyer. I got Alias the Addict, man, undefeated grind time battle rapper. He's nice. We have D-Struck holding it down. Possibly my man Razor, man. We got Rhyme Addicts, XP, and Ill Word holding it down. So it's gonna be like a nice lineup. And I'm gonna get up there, do my thing, man. I'll be selling the double disc album in person for only $10. But
getting that shout, man.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. That's love right there. Online it's gonna be a lot more, man. It's gonna be like 16 online.
What day is this?
This is gonna be next Thursday, December 18th.
Damn, man, why you gotta make it Thursday? I'm here on Thursday, dude.
Hey, I mean,
I really wanted to go to that.
Well, depending on what time y'all finish up, man, you can speed over there.
Actually, maybe we can.
We might actually be able to pull that off.
Yeah, we can. Fuck that.
I mean, I'm on stage like 10:30, 11. So
we'll be there.
Man. All right.
We'll be there.
Yep.
There it is.
We'll be there. You be seeing the shirt on there.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Is,
man, shut up. You ain't getting no damn shirt. This is exclusive run right here. Limited to 3. Hey, you need to talk to Justin. He's a motherfucker tonight using his shirt. Bro, shut up. I ain't talking about you.
I ain't even got my shirt yet.
Well, you
like,
don't talk about shirts.
Hey, ask why.
You don't talk about shirts.
Ask why.
Don't even bring
Ask
that.
why.
Why?
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, they haters. It's all good though.
Fool, I've seen you wear that shirt 5 times in the last week.
And you're welcome.
What?
And you're welcome. And you're welcome. You shouldn't be looking at my stomach this much, nigga.
It's hard to avoid.
Oh man!
Hey.
Look, it ain't about you.
It is. If you want 3 wishes from this belly,
Blac,
then you gotta prove.
You know what I keep reading and hearing all the time. Blac, formerly known as
Black Heat. Black.
What's up with that?
All right,
I mean,
man.
you already said that you like the pyrotechnics and fire and all that stuff.
Right,
is that where that came from?
I mean, yeah, the Black Heat. Now, it came from the childhood where I was always heated. You remember people used to be like, I'm heated, I'm hot. So, a lot of my rhymes, I was like the DMX yelling and just mad.
Dude, I was going to say, this dude look like DMX.
There it is. It was one of those, you know what I'm saying? So, but nah, man, the name changed, man. I guess it was a group called Black Heat back in the 70s who did funk music. Yeah. And I guess the music started to kind of get out there a little bit more and people heard of it. And, they actually reached out and contacted me and was like, yo, we either going to have to go settle this in court or, it was one of those. Wow. So, it was like...
that's good, though.
That's good, right? I'm like, okay, well,
hey,
at least somebody... And he's way in, like, Connecticut. So I'm like, okay, cats is hearing me, or at least somebody is talking shit. And they sending it to some cats that's. So anyway, yeah, man. So currently just go by Blac, surname Blac. And that's what it is, man. Blac is still here, man. Black Heat is
Black
still
Fire.
Here. Black Fire. Yeah, you should have seen the names that people was like, once they heard about the chains, it's like, you should call yourself... Man, I can't even tell you some of the examples. It was dumb, man. It was crazy.
Goof niggas.
Somebody said you should go by Bad. And I'm like, why? He's like, Black Ass Dale.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'm like, okay, you got jokes. All right. Yeah.
Well, sir, we appreciate you for stopping by.
I appreciate you guys
giving me
having me.
a quality interview.
Appreciate you guys having me, man. It's genuine.
Hell yeah, and honestly, whatever you got, send it this way.
Definitely.
We'll judge it. We'll bump it.
I love it.
Make sure you guys, show up to the Universal Bar and Grill next Thursday to get your hands on a copy, an original copy. And I like the fact that you're actually doing copies.
Yeah. Gotta do hard copies, man.
It's something different from actually being able to hold something in your hand.
Take it home. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when I perform, a lot of cats be like, yo, you got something to take home. They want to take the experience home that they just witnessed.
Exactly. It's I know that it's easier to just, send things, put it on Bandcamp, and you don't have to worry about it. It's cheaper for you and all that stuff. But the artists that actually take time to get it printed, to think about the album cover, the artwork, the font, every little I appreciate that more because I still bump CDs.
Oh yeah, that's mainly the only way I go, man. I got a dinosaur computer, so I can't really download shit. So it's like, yo, I need me a hard copy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, cool, man. Again, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Shout out to our network, Gag Order and Street Chemistry. You guys have been supporting us, rocking with us, really dope. and giving us a whole bunch of stuff that we could use. A lot of dope things are happening in January. I just got word from you. You heard that?
I got that.
Oh yeah, we jumped on that one quick.
That's cool.
Real quick.
So a lot of dope things are coming in January. I think we have one more show. One more show this week. Don't ask me who's coming. Okay.
Who knows?
We don't know because he was doing finals.
He
And he ain't here.
mm-hmm. And he never wears his shirt.
Motherfucker.
Anyway, Blac.
Yeah.
Let us know exactly where everybody can find your music, your videos. Look right at the camera. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, you can go ahead and go to YouTube and just type up Black Heat. That usually will do it for you. Or Google Black Heat. Facebook, Deltron. Yes, that's my real name. Deltron. Last name Jackson. Currently, the website is down after the whole Black Heat situation or whatever the case is. So we'll have a new website up for you guys, man. But SoundCloud, you can find me under Black Heat as well, man. It's not that hard to find.
And all his tracks, listens, and everything will be up on the SoundCloud as well as on the YouTube video that comes out very shortly. Again, it was finals week, so everybody kind of had a break off, you know. But we back, and we got one more show for you guys coming, and that's basically it. All right, so you guys be safe. I'm gonna play a few songs, you know, to just kind of finish out the last half an hour. And just
Hey, real quick though.
What's up?
Shout out to Daisy. You're finally tuning in.
Oh my God, this girl. She really listening?
Yeah.
She's not watching novelas right now.
Novelas. I don't know.
Oh my God, she's on there. Oh no, she's watching. Never. I'm done.
I'm
gonna get back in the mix. My name's TJ MK. That was Nick, Razor,
Squad,
and Blac. Thank you guys for rocking out with us. I'm gonna get back in the mix. You listen to Syndicate Radio.
Stand up for your rights. I heard the left hook is nice. All the negative we clear it. Just get high up on the hill and hear the rhythms of the spirits. Yeah.